Imagine this: you're speaking up, trying to express your thoughts or set boundaries, but no matter what you say, the narcissist in your life somehow twists it, ignores it, or belittles it. Over time, you start to doubt yourself, lose your confidence, and feel as if your voice doesn't matter. But here's the truth: narcissists are experts at silencing you, and they don't do it with force or violence. Instead, they use psychological tactics so subtle you might not even realize they're happening. In today's video, we'll uncover the cruelest ways narcissists silence your voice, ways you need to understand in order to protect yourself and take back your power. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt like a narcissist has tried to silence your voice, make you doubt your reality, or strip away your confidence? Share your experiences in the comments below. Let's create a space for healing and support. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an important insight. Together, we can break free from the chains of narcissistic manipulation and reclaim our power. Let's get started. Number 1. Gaslighting, the master manipulation of your reality. Gaslighting is one of the most insidious and destructive tools the narcissist uses to silence your voice, and it often starts subtly, making it difficult to spot until it's too late. It's the act of manipulating you into doubting your own perceptions, memories, or even your sanity. For example, when you confront a narcissist about something hurtful they've done, they might dismiss your feelings with phrases like, "You're imagining things," or "That never happened." "You're just overreacting." Over time, this constant invalidation creates a sense of confusion, leading you to second-guess your thoughts and emotions. You may start questioning whether your reality is accurate or if you're simply too sensitive, making it harder to trust your instincts or speak your truth. Narcissists are experts at this, deliberately planting seeds of doubt until you're no longer certain of your own voice. The real danger of gaslighting is how it erodes your confidence and self-worth, causing you to internalize the belief that you are wrong or unreasonable. Narcissists are skilled at twisting facts and rewriting history, so their version of events becomes the dominant narrative in your mind. The longer this goes on, the more isolated and powerless you feel, as if your voice doesn't matter because it's always undermined or dismissed. This psychological manipulation can make you feel like you're losing touch with reality, which is exactly what the narcissist wants. They aim to control the narrative, and by doing so, they silence you. Once they've succeeded in making you doubt yourself, you're less likely to speak out, less likely to trust your own voice, and far more likely to remain under their control. Gaslighting isn't just about changing your perception of events, it's about erasing your power to challenge their version of the truth. Number 2. Emotional withholding. The silent treatment. One of the most cruel and subtle ways a narcissist violence is used through emotional withholding, often referred to as the silent treatment. At its core, this tactic is a form of emotional manipulation where the narcissist deliberately ignores or withholds affection, attention, or communication to punish you and assert control. When you try to express yourself or confront them about an issue, they respond with cold indifference, refusing to engage, leaving you in emotional limbo. This silence isn't just passive, it's designed to make you feel invisible, as if your feelings don't matter and your voice is irrelevant. Over time, this treatment makes you question your worth and whether it's even worth speaking up. It strips away your confidence and reinforces the idea that your emotional needs and desires are secondary to the narcissist's needs for dominance. The silent treatment is particularly damaging because it's a form of control that doesn't rely on direct confrontation. Instead, it uses isolation and neglect to induce feelings of anxiety, guilt, and insecurity. You may find yourself walking on eggshells, constantly trying to fix things or get their attention, all the while suppressing your own voice. This emotional abandonment can be so exhausting that you may stop trying to communicate altogether, believing it's futile. The narcissist knows exactly how to break you down without a word, making you feel so emotionally starved that you begin to crave their approval and validation. The longer this goes on, the more you lose your sense of self, and your voice becomes muted if you're not actively ignored. You're too emotionally drained to speak up for yourself. Number 3. Triangulation. Turning others against you. Triangulation is one of the most toxic and manipulative tactics a narcissist uses to silence you and control your relationships. It involves the narcissist bringing a third party into the dynamic, often turning them against you, to create a sense of division and doubt. Instead of addressing your concerns directly, the narcissist may distort the narrative and tell others a twisted version of events, making you appear unreasonable or even unstable. For example, they might claim, "I tried to talk to you, but they just shut me out," or "you wouldn't believe what you." This creates an invisible wall between you and the third party, making it harder for you to speak your truth without being perceived as the problem. It's a calculated move to isolate you, weaken your support system, and undermine your credibility. The most dangerous part of triangulation is its ability to turn your relationships against you, leaving you feeling isolated, confused, and powerless. By casting doubt on your reality and manipulating others' perceptions, the narcissist ensures that no one will believe you when you try to speak out. You may even start to doubt yourself, questioning if you really are the source of the conflict. This cycle of manipulation creates a toxic environment where your voice is silenced not just by the narcissist, but by others who have been unknowingly pulled into their web of deceit. Over time, triangulation erodes your self-confidence and leaves you unable to express your feelings or defend yourself, as you feel surrounded by people who are already swayed by the narcissist's false narrative. Number 4. Shaming and blaming. Your voice is never good enough. One of the most effective ways a narcissist silences you is by using shaming and blaming tactics to make you feel unworthy of speaking up. They'll attack your character, label your emotions as too much or unreasonable, and make you feel like you're always in the wrong. For example, when you voice your concerns or try to set a boundary, the narcissist may respond with phrases like, "You're too sensitive," or "Why are you always making things so dramatic?" This kind of verbal assault chips away at your self-esteem, planting the seed that your thoughts, feelings, and opinions are invalid and not worth listening to. The more this happens, the more you internalize these criticisms, leaving you hesitant to express yourself in the future, fearing that you'll be criticized or ridiculed again. The impact of shaming and blaming goes beyond making you feel bad. It actually works to silence your voice by creating an environment where you fear speaking up. Over time, you start questioning if your needs or desires are even worth expressing. The narcissist uses your vulnerability against you, knowing that by constantly placing the blame on you, they can manipulate your behavior and keep you in line. They use shame as a weapon, making you feel like you're too much or not good enough to have a voice that matters. This continuous cycle of shame forces you to remain silent, as you begin to believe that speaking your truth will only result in further criticism and rejection. In their world, your voice is never good enough, and that is exactly how they maintain control. Number 5. Quiet sabotage, dismissing your ideas and opinions. One of the most subtle and devastating ways a narcissist silences your voice is through quiet sabotage, where they dismiss or belittle your ideas and opinions without outright confrontation. This manipulation tactic often starts with seemingly minor gestures, interrupting you mid-sentence, dismissing your suggestions with phrases like, "That's a stupid idea," or pretending to agree but doing nothing about it. Over time, this constant dismissal wears you down, making you feel that your thoughts, contributions, and feelings are unimportant. When a narcissist routinely invalidates your ideas, they rob you of the confidence to speak up or share your perspective, leaving you to question your own judgment. You may start to feel like it's pointless to offer any input, fearing it will be ignored or mocked. This creates an environment where the narcissist holds all the power, controlling the narrative and leaving you silenced. What makes this tactic particularly cruel is that it doesn't always look like overt abuse. It's the small, consistent acts of disregard and devaluation that add up over time. Narcissists are masters at making you feel small without directly attacking you. They may act like they're listening, but they'll undermine you in subtle ways, making your ideas seem irrelevant or even foolish. This quiet sabotage can occur in any setting, whether in personal relationships, at work, or even within family dynamics. As this pattern continues, you start to lose your voice, either by withdrawing from conversations or doubting the value of your own opinions. Ultimately, it's not just about silencing you in the moment, it's about breaking your spirit so that you stop speaking up altogether and the narcissist remains the sole authority in every situation. So, how do you fight back? Awareness is your first weapon. Understanding these tactics can help you spot them before they erode your sense of self. Setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and surrounding yourself with supportive people are crucial steps in reclaiming your voice. Narcissists want to silence you, but your truth is powerful and no one has the right to take it away. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on how to protect yourself from narcissistic abuse. And remember, your voice matters. Don't let anyone take it from you.